I'm in a groove state of mind. I'm moving all the time. No excuses and no blame. I'm stepping up my game. I'm a groove stew, yes I am. With groove I know I can. Read my master plan. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. Groove Nation inspires me to bust loose and break free. I'm dancing to my dreams, bursting at the seams. I'm feeling groove-alicious. Who knows who I am? 'Cause now is my time to have a groove state of mind. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving.
Hola, bonjour, привет. Welcome back to Groove at Night. As you can tell, we are a global community, so that's why we are going international. If you are joining us live, give us that hashtag live. If you're joining us on the replay, give us a hashtag replay. And today is the fourth and final day of Groove at Night. Let's just all put all inside of the comments. Put all inside the comments, but don't worry. Because just because today is the fourth and final day of Groove at Night, it doesn't mean that this is over. No, no, no. In fact, tomorrow we will be back once again for the last time this week at least, because tomorrow we do have that Groove AI Marketing Challenge. Are you going to be joining us for the Groove.ai Marketing Challenge? Because usually we give you the page to join us on the resources page, right? But today, I'm just going to go ahead and give you that live link to the challenge. If you haven't joined us yet, I want to invite you to go to groove.cm/challenge. Once again, that's groove.cm/challenge. And when you go to groove.cm/challenge, you will see that yes, we do have the Groove AI Marketing Challenge tomorrow. This will happen in real time. It will happen live. And what you want to do is bookmark this page, because groove.cm/challenge is where you're going to want to go in order for you to be able to watch live, to attend, access all the bonuses, as well watch any of the past replays that might still be made available for you right now. So once you come to this page, you can see that this is going to be our next event. Hopefully you're watching us live and not too long after the replay, because as you can see, this is in real time. At the time of this live recording, we will be going on live in 23 hours, 55 minutes, and 49 seconds, 48, 47, 46, 45, and counting. Okay, all you have to do is register right over here to register your spot, secure your space, and once you are on this page, you will be confirmed. Now, very, very important, okay? When you scroll down just a little bit, what you're going to see are the different links that you will be able to join us. So you have two options. How many options? Two options. Number one, you will be able to watch us in our Facebook group right over here. Click on that. It'll take you directly there, or you can watch us on YouTube as well. Once you click over here, you will be taken to that particular page. As you can see, this will all be taken directly to the actual content itself. You can start interacting. You're going to start commenting. Highly recommended that while you are on the challenge, that you continue to do this, because it's all about the interaction, folks. It's all about how we can network and help each other, support each other. This is one of the best benefits of Join Us Live. We'll tell you some additional benefits, by the way, of Join Us Live in just a moment. But as you can see right here on our YouTube channel, live in 23 hours, we do have the Groove AI Marketing Challenge. Are you going to be there? If you are, type in yes inside of the comments. Groove.cn/challenge is where you're going to be able to see that. Okay, scroll down just a little bit. You'll see that there is a bonus for you for free coaching. If you want to check that out, go ahead and click on that, register for that as well. And here's something that's very cool. We mentioned a limited time replay. Here is a replay series of all the different Groove challenges that we have done in the past couple of months. There are 4 in total. After tomorrow, there's going to be 5. We may create this into a playlist at one point. We may not. We may remove this completely. So make sure that you do join us and watch the replay while they are still available. Okay, so with all of that, definitely make sure that if you haven't already, go to groove.cn/challenge and get your challenge on, because we are going to put everything that you've learned so far into good use. Everything that you've learned this entire week on AI Week at the Groovathon, on Groove at Night with all of our expert guests, you will be able to watch all of that as well. Okay, so put it into good use. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Now, today, we will actually be talking more about AI avatars, more about images, more about videos, technology, because I'm sure you can agree, one day is not enough. 1 hour is not enough from what we covered yesterday. But in addition to that, we're going to be sharing with you a lot of additional resources. Once again, watching yesterday's replay, I realized that we did share with you quite a bit of information. So watch it again if you haven't had the chance to do so. But in addition to watching the replay back from yesterday, I realized that when I was showing you the Groove.cn videos, we actually weren't able to hear due to the noise suppression of this awesome mic and the awesome, suppression in StreamYard or whatever else is designed for, removing the background noise. So I realized that even at max volume, I was showing you all the cool things that we were doing up to 9 months ago, right? We couldn't actually hear it. So for those of you who may have missed it, and for the benefits of those of you who couldn't hear it while you were on live or haven't checked with them inside the YouTube channel to watch it yourself, or if you might be joining us today for the very first time, I want to play some of those videos, or maybe at least one of those videos for you again. Is that okay? If that's okay with you, type in okay inside of the comments. And so this is where you can go to actually find our content on YouTube. Okay, this is the official Groove page, Groove YouTube channel. So let me blow this up for you just a little bit more. And what we showed you yesterday is, yes, if you go to live, for example, you're going to see a lot of the content that's been going on live this week. If you go to videos, you'll see a lot of the archives of what we're actually able to do over the past several weeks as well. And then what we showed you was this particular video that was created 5 months ago. Okay, how to start affiliate marketing. So I'm going to click on that real quick, play for like 10 seconds so that you know exactly what we're talking about in terms of AI, in terms of voice, in terms of things that we've been doing months ago that we're now telling you about. So let's go ahead and check that out, because this is going to be absolutely mind-blowing for those of you who are interested in the power of AI.
Right in, and anyone who signed.
Hey Mike, how can anyone start an affiliate marketing business with Groove?
Those who are new online with no product, service, or any experience at all would be excited to know that you can begin your online journey right now without any of that.
That's right, without any of that, because now it is the era of AI. Were you able to listen to that okay? If you were, type in yes inside the comments so that we know that everything was good. I see a little thumbs up from one of our VIP guests that you'll be meeting in just a little bit in the back room. So Awesome, awesome, awesome. So with that, it didn't work yesterday, but today I want to make sure that you realize that this is something that we've been using all along. And for this particular video, you may have noticed that, yes, it does sound a little bit more robotic, and that is because with the exact same software that we've been demoing all week long on the audio side is actually the exact same technology. It's just that over the past few months, it's continued to improve to the point where now when people are listening to Mike's latest videos, right, and watching him in his AI avatar, most people can't even tell them apart. Most people, if not all, when they watch it for the very first time, they don't even know that it was automated. This is the power of not just the technology itself, but how quickly it continues to expand, continue to improve. And again, we are at the forefront of all of that. If you go over here to where it says shorts, this is going to be a strategy, by the way, that some of our mentors, some of our trainers, they're going to be sharing more with you. But this is basically a strategy that's been used by YouTube, and now with Facebook and Instagram, they call it Reels, right? It's going to be something that is going to be even more powerful in the AI era. Why? Because these are short videos that are no longer than 60 seconds, 30 seconds in some cases. If you watch TikTok videos, or if you know people who do, there's a reason why TikTok videos are so popular. It's because they keep them short, they keep them concise, and it's because they keep them entertaining, right? So with that, we can definitely leverage AI to do all of this. And if you check out some of the videos that are over here in our short section, if you check out this first one that we did, let's take a look right over here.
So you might be wondering how to make money online with Groove. Well, Groove is an all-in-one software platform that allows you to start and run your own online business, which means you can sell and promote any product or service you want. Build your website, landing pages, or sales funnels easily. Create a blog with no technical knowledge.
So as you can see, it's the very same technology that allows you to use your voice. And I don't know if you can tell or not, but that was actually not me speaking. Yes, it was my voice, but it wasn't me speaking. I did not speak these words. I did not write this text. I did not generate any of the content. It was all automated. It was all designed for you to get additional content and information, and for us to really promote the Groove platform, right? And so we created a series of those, a few of those, and we will be creating more just because of the sheer power of AI technology. Are you seeing the power of AI? If you are, type in power inside of the comments. And what I was showing you was that inside of the description, you can see that this was all the way back in June of last year, and now we're in March, which means that this was 9 months ago. We've been studying AI for the better part of the past year plus, and that is why right here within the Groove community, this is the place that you're going to want to go to when it comes to everything Groove AI related, when it comes to anything that you might want to do, when it comes to leveraging on the latest and greatest technology, for your own business. This is the place. So my next question to you is, for the benefits of those of you who haven't had the chance to join us, how many of you have been in line with everything that we've been talking about right here at Groove AI Week? If you have been, then absolutely awesome to you. But all week long, we've also been sharing with you this particular page, groove.cm/resources. You like bonuses, right? Do you like bonuses? Because we continue to add in more bonuses, more resources, more continued amazing content for you every day this week. And that is going to continue on until tomorrow when we go for the challenge, because once you come back over here, you will see that, yes, we do have a lot of great things. All the replays you'll be able to see right here at groove.cm/resources. You'll be able to sign up for the challenge right over here. And we also have a brand new mini course. As we mentioned, tomorrow might be the last day for the Groove at Night Groove Challenge right here at Groove AI Week. But the thing is, there's going to be a lot more continued education after that, should you challenge yourself. Should you take on the mission to continue to learn, continue to improve yourself? Because here is the thing, okay? Next week, we are going to continue on in our AI journey. Are you excited about that? Because we want to invite you to a free live mini course where we are going to expand beyond everything that we've been sharing with you over this entire week. And we are going to take that up a notch and to the next level. So if you haven't already, go to groove.cm/resources. Click right here on where it says free live mini course. And this is going to be an event that you don't want to miss. Of course, scroll down a little bit more if you want some additional live events, live coaching, live strategies with us. Right over here is your special invitation to a separate one-time event that's going to be happening in just 2 weeks from now. Click over here to learn more and to secure your spot. So much for you to take advantage of right here at groove.cm/resources. So make sure that you don't miss out on that. Now, in a very, very short while, I am going to introduce you to our very first returning special guest of tonight's session. But before that, is it okay if we do something cool for those of you who are still aspiring to be Groove.ai backers? Why? Because right now, yes, right now, it is happy hour. Ding, ding, ding. It is happy hour. So what does happy hour mean? Happy hour means that if you want to become a Groove.ai backer and you want to take full advantage of the brand new special deal that has been put together, what you want to do is you want to take action right now, because from now until the end of this Groove at Night session, we are going to include a very special offer where if you normally go to groove.ai and you check out, yes, there is this get lifetime access, and at this $897 of one-time investment or 2 installments of $497, this will be promised until Sunday of this week. Okay, so until Sunday, you will be able to take advantage of that. But if you decide that you want to take action right now, within this next hour, while we are on live right here at Groove at Night, if you refresh the page, or if you come here to the page right now, what you're going to see is that in addition to $897 one time, $497 2 installments, there's going to be an additional option for you right over here for you to become a Groove.ai Platinum member. Yes, this is for life, for only 4 simple installments of $250, which means that for $250 today, you will be able to get started. So that's why, once again, join us live if you can. If unfortunately you're watching this on the replay, you haven't taken advantage of this yet, then unfortunately this will be gone by the time that you watch this. So just so that you know, right, yesterday we had people challenging us. Oh yeah, this is just a marketing ploy, and this is something that nobody's going to do. In fact, many people have taken action on that. Many people took fast action on that, quick action, massive action, and by the end of the Groove at Night session, we actually turn it off completely. Okay, so not too many additional chances from now until Sunday that this backer opportunity is available for you for 4 simple installments of $250. So take advantage of this happy hour while it is available. Go to groove.ai or groove.ai/backer. Take full advantage right here, right now. You will be able to get it for right now at this moment for just $250. Okay, in addition, if you want to take advantage of this through PayPal, click right here on where it says PayPal, and you'll see that right here on our PayPal page. This option is also turned on, but once again, it will only be turned on until the end of this session. So are you taking action right now? If you are, type in action inside of the comments. Now, just out of curiosity though, I'm interested to know how many of you want to make the most of this being a backer stuff, right? A lot of people, they just take quick action. They have no idea what it is that they're supposed to be doing, why they're investing in things that they're doing. They're being impulsive, yes, but at the same time, we don't want to be that, right? Yes, there's urgency. Yes, there's benefits of taking fast action. Yes, there's complete advantages for you to be a fast action taker right now if you take action immediately. But how many of you actually want to make the most of being a backer, knowing and planning for the days and weeks ahead when it comes to the launch, when it comes to using the tool, when it comes to promoting Groove.ai? How many of you are interested in making sure that you succeed in that? If you are, type in me inside of the comments. Because for the past 4 days, we've actually been keeping all these Groove at Night sessions to just about an hour. We've been successful for the most part, but since today is the last day of the Groove at Night, is it okay? Do we have your permission to over deliver for just a little bit more? If that's okay with you, you want us to over deliver, you have time for it, you have time for us, you have time for this, type in over deliver inside of the comments. If you don't have time, no hard feelings. Just make sure that we're positive, keeping that positive energy and not ruin it for everybody with that negative energy bogging everyone down, right? If you're here, then great. If not, no hard feelings. Please go ahead and do whatever it is that is much more worthwhile of your time. But for those of you who see the value in what we're doing, it's okay for us to over-deliver just a little bit, right? We've seen over-deliver from Tyra, from Nick, James, Michelle. Awesome. Thank you very much. Fun Ivy, great to see you here as well. Then we do have some amazing content and guests for you right here today. Now, because the man I'm about to introduce to you is also known for his over-delivery. Okay, I want you to be excited about what he is about to be sharing with you, because he took the day off from Groove at Night yesterday, but we heard from him on day 1, we heard from him on day 2, and in fact, he is going to be leading the Groove Challenge as well as the mini course tomorrow and in just a few days from now. So with that, he is going to continue to share some amazing, awesome content for you, and he is going to be sharing more about AI as well as technology. If you're interested in learning more about everything that you've seen so far, right? How you can create your own avatars, how you can create your own voices, images using media, right? Stay tuned, because this guy's going to be sharing more over the next few days and weeks as well. Make sure that you pay attention to every single word that this guy says. Take notes, because not only should you be taking notes, a lot of times you see that while he's training you, he's also writing down the notes, right? So with that, he is spectacular when it comes to training, when it comes to AI automation and everything that you want to do to take full advantage of this AI week and beyond. I want you to welcome back to Groove at Night. Let's give a huge round of applause to our CMO, not Donna Fox, no, not of the Groove community, but of the Groove expansion projects. Yes, projects, entities, companies, and beyond. This is the guy that does our marketing. He leads on the email stuff, on the landing page stuff. He leads the team to make sure that all of our marketing is in place. And over the past several weeks, we've been targeting and focusing laser zoomed in into AI and everything that we are prepared to be sharing with you during this era of Groove AI marketing. Are you ready to hear from our CMO? If you are, type in CMO, chant CMO inside of the chat. I want you to put your virtual hands together and welcome back to Groove at Night, once again, all the way in Malaysia, Mr. Ching Yu Tan. What's up, Ching?
Hello. Hello, Simon. As usual, great welcome and introduction. And thank you very much, everybody who is chanting in the chats right now.
CMO. And of course, we will be amiss without the Dr. Lisa, the voice, right? So, you listen to Ching Yu and be mesmerized by everything that he has to share. So, Mr. Ching Yu, we're going to give you the floor. Take it away.
Okay, thank you very much, Simon. And it's great to be back after a break from yesterday, at least for this session. I was out and about with meetings and all, but it's great to be back with the Groove.cm community. So good to see you all joining us live right here. And for those of you who are joining us in the replay, feel free to engage in the comments as well. Type in #replay, whatever call to actions that we have, type it in as well, right? We love to see you constantly engaging, and then it keeps our community, our videos more vibrant and discoverable for more and more people, right? So if you have been getting massive amounts of value, throughout these past few days, and for the weeks to come, type in your massive value into the chat and then share with us just in the chat, as a result of listening in to Simon, to Ching Yu, to Rob, to Nicholas, what have you gotten out of these sessions? How will it make you a better marketer, a professional marketer in the world of AI? What sort of results are you already seeing? You know, are you getting a lot smarter when it comes to designing your campaigns? Are you saving a lot of time, maybe even? Are you saving a lot of money through the process as well, right? You also share it with us in the chat. We would love to hear your feedback and the transformations and the growth that you're getting throughout these sessions. So in today's session, I will be sharing about creatives, right? In the past few days, I've been talking about writing copy, and how to come up with your own campaigns. But how is it that you can create stunning images and creatives to capture people's attention? Because after all, most of us, as humans, we are visual creatures, right? We are visual creatures. If you agree we are visual creatures, you know, type in visual into the chat. So one of the things that we want to master today is how to use AI to generate beautiful images. But not only that, it's attention grabbing as well for our marketing. So the very first site that I will be sharing with you is called lexica.art. Okay, so there are plenty of websites out there with different interfaces, but underlying it all, there are different AI engines. Okay, so let me see if I can just get my second camera up here to just illustrate to you what I mean. Okay, so basically what you need to understand is, with all the websites that we are sharing with you today, okay, is what we call a UI. Okay, a UI is basically a user interface, right? It's a user interface. Okay, this is what you interact with. But what is running behind this system is the AI engine. Okay, it's the AI engine. So you may have heard of AI engines called like Stable Diffusion or Midjourney, right? So these are some of the top names when it comes to image generation, right? And then you've got different websites, like for example, I'm sharing with you lexica.art right now, that taps into these AI engines, right? And with what Groove.ai wants to do as well is to be able to empower you to have the flexibility to pick the AI engines that you want to use, right? Maybe you're looking at the Stable Diffusion engine and saying, hey, you know, I really like Stable Diffusion's output, right? Let me plug that in into Groove.ai. Or maybe, hey, I prefer Midjourney's output, at least for this sort of purposes. Then let me plug it in, right? Remember, with Groove.ai, the intention is to be able to create a user interface for you, right? To empower you to be able to pick the AI engines that you want to use. And not only that, where you only invest and pay in wholesale prices when it comes to generating your art, right? Because if you go through all of these different websites that we will be sharing with you today, and which our CTO, which I'll bring up later on, will be sharing with you today, you know, they will charge you like credits, right? And make a significant markup on top of what the AI engines are charging, right? So with Groove.ai, the intention is to be able to save you as much cost as possible as an entrepreneur, as a creator, as you grow on in this journey of entrepreneurship as marketing. You know, if you would love to save money, type in save money in the chat, right? So go to groove.ai, become a backer, and then soon you will see that coming into fruition. And as usual, Groove provides massive values and savings for all of you. Okay, so back to lexica.art. What we are seeing today. Okay, so here is the UI. It's lexica.art. It's connected to the Stable Diffusion engine, and then you can see these are some of the outputs of the Stable Diffusion engine, right? And then you see people coming up with minions and a Spider-Man over here, a cat in suit. But don't you agree that it's beautiful, right? Type in beautiful in the chat if you agree, right? And then well, I think this Pikachu is a bit creepy over here. But the beautiful thing is that we are just on the edge of discovery of the potential of what AI can create, right? And the wonderful thing about lexica.art is that if you see an image that you love, right, you will be able to click onto it. If you see this magical button, let's say, hey, I love this image with this sloth, right, on this Vogue magazine, right? I can just click this button, and then to see what are the prompts that's being used to generate this image. Okay, so throughout these past few days, be it ChatGPT, be it through images and maybe even videos and all of that, you have to familiarize yourself with the terms that we use in AI. Okay, so in AI generation, we talk about prompts. Basically, prompts are the inputs that you give into the AI engine for them to figure out, okay, this is what Qingyu wants. This is what Dr. Lisa wants. And then how can the engine deliver it to you? So with Stable Diffusion, when you type in a sloth on the cover of Vogue, this is what you get, right? And then let's say, hey, I don't want a sloth. I prefer, let's say, an eagle, right? Because we are creating creatives for our mastermind in the location where it's known for the eagles, right, as a symbol of freedom. So let's see what can they create. What can Stable Diffusion create, right? Wow. Okay, so you see, we've got quite an interesting generation over here, even incorporating a woman, right? And then so what I'll do is I'll just like these. Hey, I am loving this, right? If you are loving this, type in loving this, right? So yeah, maybe you'll probably see this in one of our creators when promoting our mastermind, right? So in an instant, you have high quality images ready for you for your generation, right? And then to go a step deeper, if you find, hey, I love this particular output from Stable Diffusion, right? You see that there is this generate variations icon, right? All you need to do is to click on it, and then based off of this initial image, it will generate even more variations and options for you. Okay, or maybe it's a slight shift in the color, right? Maybe it's in terms of what are the so-called articles on the site, right? As you can see, when it comes to words, right, it can be a bit jumbled up, right? So maybe you need to be more specific with your prompts when it comes to the wordings that you want, or you can incorporate the image together with a tool like Groove Designer Pro, right, to overlay the text that you want exactly, right? So if I see, hey, I am loving this, liking this, What else? Maybe this one on the far right, right? You've got a bit of numbers over there as well. So all of this, right, is being collected in my likes section. Okay, but before we get into that, right, you also have the option to shift the dimensions that you use, right? So you can do like 640 by 640, which is a square, or by default it will be in this portrait format, right? So and then you can see, explore all of these different guidance settings, right, to be able to adjust to your personal needs, right? And then you will see that there is also an option where, hey, you know, maybe there are certain things that you want to exclude, right? Like for example, maybe I don't want numbers in it, right? Then I will just say, hey, exclude numbers, and then maybe the color rate. And then I would just click generate again. And then we'll see what we should expect it to come out is, okay, now we are seeing the absence of the red color, right? Because apparently when you type in Vogue, there is a bias towards the red color side of things, right? But once you type in red, then you will see that it will exclude red in its generation, right? So I'm liking this ego. I'm going to give you a heart. Nah, I don't quite like the text that is generated. I like this one. I'm going to give this a heart, and I am going to give this a heart, right? So you get an idea of how powerful this engine is, right? So start familiarizing yourself. The key things that you need to understand is, okay, what are the prompts that you want? Okay, this AI to generate. What are the things that you want to exclude from it? Okay, and then decide on the dimensions that you want. Okay, of course, if you want to go a step further, then you can upscale it over here by clicking this, but we are not going to go into that today. Right. Then, so what I like to do is when I go to a homepage, right? In the world of AI, you want to be a master at understanding prompt engineering. Okay, prompt engineering, meaning knowing what to type in, what to instruct to be able to generate exactly what you want. And I see that there's someone asking, can I change the colors of the ego to match the branding? Yes, you can, right? But it comes down to prompt engineering. How is it that you structure your words in order to generate the outcomes that you want? It may take some trial and error, right? Because different AI engines work, interpret your words differently, right? Or come out with different outcomes, right? So no two AI engines are the same. And because the data that is powering it, behind it, right? So just sharing with you, if you were to see, hey, behind the AI engine, okay, on another level, you've got all of the data, right? All of the different data. They could be scraping it off of websites like DeviantArt. They could be scraping off from images on Google, right? Or whichever database that it is. Right? So every single engine has a certain bias, has a certain strength towards it, especially when it comes to the different styles. So, you know, one single AI engine may not fit everyone's needs, and that's the beauty of Groove.ai that I can see in the direction that Mike and the team wants to go to, is that you have the flexibility to pick the AI engine, and by proxy also the data which feeds it, right? So that you can tailor it to your own personal needs as an entrepreneur, as a marketer. Right. So back to prompt engineering. Okay, you want to be a master in the age of AI, to master the different words to be able to generate the outcomes that you want. So what I'll do is, usually I will see on websites like lexica.art, is like, hey, what are the styles that I like? And I'm just gonna like it, right? It's like, hey, we've got Harlequin and Jokerish kind of thing, like it, right? Scroll down, and then I want to see, hey, I want a bit of variation in my styles. Maybe I like this as well. Okay, so start curating, start collecting the different art styles that you like. Okay, because in the age of AI and content generation, there's going to be a flood of content. It's like, even before AI popped up, we were already overloaded with content. So what we need to do is to be able to start curating, start collecting, things that resonate with us, things that we like and love, right? So, like, for example, okay, because what it does is, you will start being able to build up your library, right? And then you will see, okay, these are the styles that I love and that I can create. And then you see, if you know me for some time, I like cute stuff, right? So we even generated some cute fat penguins and pandas as well, and the flamingo, because I associate my girlfriend with a flamingo, right? So as you can see, I also collect on seminars as well, because we are in the seminar and education industry, right? So what we do is once we have all of these collections, going back, we see, hey, I like this style. I want to build upon this style. What were the words or the setup that actually the prompt engineering that managed to generate this sort of style? We click on this magical icon, or what is it, magic wand, then we'll be able to see, hey, okay, the word maximalist, fashionable, female astronaut, preparing for liftoff, maximalist sci-fi aesthetic, stunning maximalist interior shot of a starship cabin with lots of gadgets and controls, maximalist aesthetic, right? So, and then there's a negative prompt where, we don't want it to be that colorful. So to be able to generate this. So with this, you as a prompt engineer, okay, you will start building up a knowledge base for yourself as a creative, to understand the language that is required to direct these AI engines to generate what you want. Okay, because we are living in a world as creatives, as entrepreneurs, as creators, where we are able to bridge the gap between our intentions towards our creations, right? In an instant, you are able to translate in your mind's eye what you want to create and bring out into this world. And the gap in between that is called prompt engineering. It's being clear on what are the words that you need to use to be able to manifest your intentions, right? From intention to manifestation. And I can see, someone from the Facebook group sharing with us, I can't wait to use Groove AI, making my funnels reflect holidays just by saying change theme or funnel for Valentine's Day or Christmas, right? Yes, AI is headed towards that direction, and that is the vision of what Groove AI can be. And you are at a point in time where you can be the pioneers, the backers of Groove.ai. If you aren't already, go to Groove.ai. It is happy hour. Get that deal, right? At only $250 at a 4-time payment, you can be a backer. it's a no-brainer, right? So go to groove.ai and make sure that you're a backer, right? So this is the process, right? That you as modern day entrepreneurs, as prompt engineers, you all can start off with, right? And then let's see, okay. Let's say I want a mail version of this. I click generate, and then let's see what comes out of this. Okay, and then there you go. We've got a mail version as well coming up. And then I'm gonna like this. I like this style. This one doesn't show a face, but I like it as well. I can use that, right? So, you know, this is my library of all of the different creative assets that I can use for my upcoming marketing, right? So with images put together with ChatGPT, right? Most of your social media content is already ready and available for us, right? So if you want, right, if you want more options, more UIs, more AI engines, you know, type in AI engine into the chat, because I'm going to call up our Chief Technology Officer of our Groove Expansion project. You saw him yesterday where he shared with us in terms of AI avatar generation, how to clone yourself, essentially, right? And then to create massive amounts of content with yourself. Today, he'll also be sharing with us and introducing to us what are the different UIs out there that you can test around, play around with, to discover the different engines out there. All right. So without further ado, you know, let's give a warm chant saying CTO in the chat, and let's give a warm welcome to Nicholas McIntosh.
Thanks, Ching Yu. Wasn't that amazing, right? That program is amazing. And there are, believe it or not, probably hundreds, right? Hundreds of AI interfaces, or UIs, as Ching Yu called them, out there. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to start with some free ones, some really simple AI UIs that you can use to generate. And I'm going to show you the difference between the lower quality AI generators, right, and the higher quality ones like Ching Yu has said. But just before I do start, let me bring up something here, because this is something you really need to know about, right? You really need to know about this. So again, right, we're talking about the backer program. Now, one of the things about this is that Groove AI is working on pulling in the best of the best for you, right? We're spending a massive amount of time going through hundreds of platforms and working out, you know, cost, ease of use, quality of content, all of the stuff you need to be and have to be a professional marketer. So what you want to do is think about this, right? Right on this page, you'll see that there is a download map icon, right? So download the map, the backer map. And I'm just going to go over to here, because one of the things Ching Yu was talking about was prompt generation, right? Prompt generation. Now, you've got to understand this, as Ching Yu mentioned, the same prompt can be used in multiple UIs and it will give you a different result, right? A completely different result. But here's one thing I want you to focus on. In Groove.ai, there is going to be a marketplace. And in this marketplace will be the ability in here, when you go in and have a look at it, right? There will be an ability for you to actually sell prompts. Sell prompts. So if you come up with a really good prompt for a particular type of marketing style, a particular type of industry, right, there's going to be the ability for you to be able to, in the marketplace, sell those prompts. So you want to go and have a look at it, right? The other thing you want to have a look at is the UI and the apps, right? The apps that Groove is bringing in. So go in here. But I know a lot of you are thinking about this, right? Pricing. What is the cost of all this going to be? Now, we've already told you, happy hour, right? 250 times 4, right? I want you to go and have a look at pricing, because this in here is going to explain to you what the cost of a lot of these programs are, and also what Groove is intending. Now, this is not guaranteed, right? But what Groove is intending looking at as far as the cost of this program going forward. So it could be as much as $99 a month or $997 a year when the backer project is over. But you're going to have to pay a lot more for all of these credits you're going to need to kick off all of the AI generation. Because what you've got to understand is this: every one of these models that we're looking at, right? And Ching Yu mentioned it. When you go through them, what you're going to find is a lot of them give you free credits to begin with. That's fine. But then after that, you have to start paying the retail price on that platform for those credits to generate the artwork. And that can become extremely expensive. Groove AI is set up so that you'll be able to, what we call, plug in directly to those systems and pay cost price, right? Now, a lot of these AI generators too, by the way, Ching Yu mentioned this, when you buy into the platform, you're buying what they call credits, right? And these credits mean that you have so many credits to generate so many pieces of art. And what you're going to find is this, as Ching Yu just did before, you're going to have to go and generate a piece of art, and then you're going to say, I need to change it. I want to do a refresh. I want to do another version of it. And before you know it, right, you've spent $5, $6, $7 on one piece of artwork. Now, Groove AI is going to help you resolve that issue and keep the costs down. The other thing with the credit systems on a lot of platforms is that they do not roll over. In other words, you've got to pay for the credits, and then if you don't use them, you lose them. So you might as well just be taking a $100 bill and setting it on fire, because literally that's what you're going to be doing with all the other platforms. Now, that's not to take away from the other platforms, because they're great and we're going to integrate with them, but we're going to show you how in Groove AI you're going to be able to save a lot more money and have everything integrated into one place. So let's jump back into the time machine, as Mike likes to say, right? We go into the Wayback Machine, and we're going to have a look at some of the really simple AI generators that came out. So this one here is called StableCog.com. So that's StableCog.com. And as you can see, this is a very, very simple interface, right? There's not much on here. There's a home, there's a history, a gallery, and then there's some live updates on what's happening in different platforms as far as the AI. You'll also see they've got pro accounts. I'm not going to dig into all of the numbers on these, but you can go and check these out. But it's simple as putting in a prompt. Again, always a prompt, right? You need a prompt to generate something, and then you just click generate. What I like about this is that this is 100% free. It's 100% free, right? You don't have to create an account like you do with a lot of the other platforms. So there's no credits, right? Now, that's not to say that at some point that's not going to happen with this platform as it gets better. So you need to understand that. But you put in a prompt and click generate, right? You need to continue with Google or continue with Discord. And if you've been watching Mike, right, and we're not going to get into the technicalities of this, a lot of these companies are connecting to Discord. So then you're going to have to learn about a Discord server or whatever. My advice, just continue with Google, right? Continue with Google. Log in. Most of them will allow you to just log in, choose an email address, right, like this, and they give you a weird name. Doesn't matter. Log in with your email address, and then you can just generate an image. So let's have a look at this. This one's reasonably quick, and most of them are pretty quick, especially if the prompt is very, very simple. The more detailed the prompt, the better the quality of the image is going to be, right? So just remember that the longer the prompt, the better the quality of the image. But the other thing that is going to happen here is it's going to take longer to generate it. Now, look at that, right? It's not great, because the detail on this is not fantastic. It shows down the bottom that, you know, I can save it for later and I can save it into my gallery up here, just like Ching Yu was saying with the other program, which was Lexia, right? But here you go. And it will tell you what the prompt was, and you can copy the prompt and save it for later if you want to use it again on a different platform. You can also download the image, you can delete it, but it gives you all this other stuff in here as well, right? And some of this is quite important information, especially when you go into editing in the different UIs later on. So some of these things you look at is the guidance scale. What is a guidance scale? You're going to want to learn some of these other terms other than just the prompt technology, right? There's a lot to learn in really good AI art generation. Okay, what model did it use, right? And you're going to find out that in some of the other platforms, there are multiple models that you can use to generate this artwork. Of course, it also shows you the scheduler, right? The diffuse system it used, what size is the image, how long it took to generate, and so on and so forth. So this is a really, really simple platform. If you don't want to log in, you don't want to look at credits, you don't want to do all that. If you're a free user to begin with, then this is one platform that you can use. Okay, the next one we're going to have a look at is deepai.org, right? Deepai.org. And you can see this one. This has a lot more ads and stuff on it, right? They have some information down the bottom about Quick Start AI, how to get involved. But what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to go back, close this out, and let's see if I can grab this, because this way, if I take the same prompt and we run it through the different AIs today, you're going to see the difference, right? The absolute difference on the different types of structures. So here we go. We're going to post this prompt in here. Again, there's some options down the bottom, and there's also the styles here. So this one gives you some styles you can choose from. So, you know, this style here or these different types of styles, and then you can choose the style you want and change your options over. But in this case, I'm just going to generate it, right? So we'll go to generate. It will take a time. This one's a little bit slower, right? Because it thinks about it a bit more. And there you go. But you can see here, you need to enhance this, because this is a terrible, it's a terrible looking, look at this dog. This is terrible compared to that last one we had, right? At least this one here looks reasonably okay. This one, maybe it's a little bit more cuter. Maybe Ching Yu likes this one with the big eyes and the tongue hanging out, right? It's got that attitude to it. So that's another one, all right? So that is deepai.org, right? That's another free one you can use. Let's keep going and have a look at this one. This is creator.nightcafe.studio. So creator.nightcafe.studio. Again, it's really, really simple to use, right? There's not a lot of configuration in this other than the prompt. So we can just paste in a prompt and we can choose the night cafe style, an artistic portrait style, or the Bon Voyage style. They don't have a lot of options in here. Again, these are really simple and really free. But as we said, right, if you're looking at creating multiple types of AI art generation, why wouldn't you have multiple accounts to save you some money to begin with while you're learning this stuff, right? Because remember, Groove AI is going to be a little while before all of this is integrated. So it's really a great opportunity to go and test some of these things out, learn about prompts, learn about all the information you need to know on how to generate it. So let's generate one here with the AI art generator. And you'll see this one gives you a limited amount of creations, right? How many creations you can make for free. You can see here I've generated a couple of ones. And again, they're not fantastic, right? They are not fantastic at all in these ones. So we can preview it. There you go. Yeah, it's not that great, right? But again, these are older style AIs. So the more information you give it in the way of a prompt, the better the language model is behind it, as Ching Yu was saying before, right? The better the language model behind it, the better the quality of the image is going to be. All right, let's keep moving, and we're going to jump over to another one. Here's another app called app.anyart.ai. So app.anyart.ai. Now, this one I like a little bit more, right? Again, it's free. You'll need to log in with a Gmail account or some type of email address or create an account. But this one allows you to create AI images. You can get prompt templates from here. So this is really handy to get prompt templates from, right? You can search other people's photos and find out what the prompts are that they're using. You can also upscale low quality images. So if you've got an image, this is the great thing, right? You can create an image from one AI platform, download it and save it, and literally upload it to another one to make more changes to it. So if you're not getting what you want in one program, maybe you'll be able to get it in another. Okay. So again, you know, there's anime. We won't go into the adult section. Let's just keep this right in the right place, right? So generate art images. Again, this here is using what we call Stable Diffusion, right? It is one of the AI platforms behind it. This is the language model behind this generator. So it's quite good. But the one thing I like about AnyArt is they give you an option for Midjourney, for t-shirt printing, for Dreamshaper, anything V4. They've got all of these other options in here that you can try out to get an understanding of what the different models are and what it can produce. So let's just keep it on Stable Diffusion 5. We're going to put the same prompt in, right? A dog riding a surfboard. You can also choose the orientation down here. On the free account, it's square, standard 1x1, and negative keywords. Jingyu spoke about this before when he was using the other platform where he put in red and he put in no numbers, right? I'll show you a little bit more about negative keywords in a minute, because negative keywords can really help you to make sure the quality of the prompt is a lot more direct to the AI to end up with the image that you're looking for. So let's just generate this one. I won't put any negative keywords in, and let's see how well this generates a dog riding a surfboard on a big wave, right? Because, well, you know, it's something we like to do is big wave surfing here in Australia. There's probably a few bigger waves in other places, but we like doing it, right? And dogs, who doesn't like watching a dog ride a surfboard? That's just awesome, right? Like, it's crazy. So here we go. You can download it. Again, for some reason, this looks to me more like a kangaroo. It's a little bit harder to see. But you can share the art again, right? You can put it on Pinterest. This is the one thing I like about this. If you're into Pinterest and creating Pinterest boards, just click a button and boom, it's onto your Pinterest account, right? So there you go. And you can get more credits. Again, they give you only so many credits for free to test out the platform. All right, let's go over to the next one. This is, I just couldn't get over the name of this one. This is huggingface.co, Hugging Face. So just hugging your face, right? And again, really, really simple. Just put in the prompt, paste the prompt in, paste any negative prompts you want, and generate image, right? You'll see again, this is using Stable Diffusion, but it also is integrated with something called Dream Studio. Now, I'll show you a little bit about that in a minute, because Dream Studio is quite effective as well for creating really high quality artwork. So this one will take a little bit longer because it's free. But down here, you've also got, like most of them, advanced settings where you can change the different types of settings. If you have a look in here, you can change what we call the guidance scale. And if you remember, back in the earlier ones, I showed you right at the beginning in here what these guidance scales means, right? This was on stablecog.com. So if you want to know what a guidance scale means, go and have a look at it here. There's a really good overview. All right, so it's still generating. Hopefully it won't take too much longer. It's running custom. There's a community in here as well. So if you want to learn about prompts, it's a reasonably good community to find out about some of that information as well. It's taking its time. So let's move on to the next one. We'll come back and have a look at it. Okay, Dream Studio. Wow, look at this for an interface, right? This one here allows you to create absolutely phenomenal images, right? This is beta.dreamstudio.ai. And of course, there's a prompt guide over here, right? This is very handy. Prompt guide. If you click on the prompt guide, it will give you some information about how to use prompts, okay? Now, you'll also see over here on the other side, on the right-hand side, there's all sorts of other options. So width, scale, CFG scale, steps, number of images, samplers, which model, again, stable diffusion. You'll see a lot of the really high-quality image generators are using stable diffusion because it's one of the best ones that's out there. It's not the only one, right? There are Midjourney as well. But stable diffusion seems to be quite, well, stable in the way it creates its images. So again, what do? Well, at the bottom, you need to create an account. This is another one where you will have to create an account, right? Just log in with an email address. You get so many credits to begin with. So let's just do this. And you can even tell it, by the way, what quality that you want. So down here, when I put in, here we go, a dog riding a surfboard, right? And I can ask it to be HQ 4K quality. So I can make really, really high quality images with this, and we'll just go dream. Let's start dreaming. This one's a little bit quicker. The AI interface is a lot better. And there you go, right? These start to get a lot more realistic. Let's just have a look. They're not perfect because it will depend on the amount of information you put into your prompt, okay? The amount of information you put into your prompt. Let's go and have a look at one more, right? Over here is called playground.ai. Now, the reason I like Playground is you'll notice here that there is a bunch of options, right? Rising images, okay? Animals, anime, fashion, food, landscapes. Oh, that's a weird looking burger. I'm trying to eat that sucker. Right. But the idea here is that when you come into these, when you click on these images here, they give you the full prompt. The full prompt that generated that particular image. But not only that, they give you the remove from images, right? Remove. In other words, in a lot of the other ones, it's like they call them negative. You would have seen them before, the word negative, as I mentioned. So you can actually take these and tell it, when you generate this particular item using this prompt, whatever you do, make sure that you do, in this case, image compression. Make sure it's not distorted. I don't want a JPEG or any JPEG artifacts, right? I don't want it noisy or shaky or pixelated. I don't want it unclear. So you can tell it exactly what it is that you want it to generate, right? And you just copy the prompt. And here's something else. If you like an image and you find it in here, how about just remixing it? Why go to the whole point of having to do everything from scratch again when you can, you know what? I like that image. Let's just click on remix and remix that image. And what it'll do, look at that. It automatically brings in the prompt. It automatically brings in the remove image, right? And up here is the filter type. Check this out. Wow. Do I want it color pop, instant pop, woolerize, poly mode, app icons, right? Retro anime. Let's have a look. They got a bunch of, look how many options they've got in here. Realistic, royalistic, wasteland, warm box, saturated space, right? There's a real look, mixed punk. Let's do this. So let's generate this burger as a mixed punk and see what happens, right? Because again, this is a, hey, there we go. It's a punked out burger, right? So, and the quality of these images is just phenomenal, right? If you click on them, you again create different versions. You can take more actions on it. But this is what I like, is the fact that you can create all these prompts. And remember what I said back at the beginning. Groove.ai. You get good at prompt generation, you will be able to sell them in the marketplace, right? So you can make your investment back on Groove.ai in multiple ways. I want you to start thinking about the possibility of what you could do with Groove.ai. Okay. And that's it for me, right? Have some fun with it. Play around. Back to you, Mr. Ching Yu.
Thank you very much. So let's give a warm round of applause to Nicholas, for giving us so much massive value. I mean, he literally like popped up into our stream before we came on live, and then was like sharing with us, I've got this to share, this to share, this to share. Like, okay, I'm just gonna let Nicholas take over, right? But as you can see right now at this day and age, there are so many options out there, right? So what we want to do, with Groove.ai is to be able to empower you, as the entrepreneur, as the marketer, as the creator, to decide, okay, who are these AI interns that I want to pick and use, and then to assemble your own team under the Groove.ai platform, right? So once again, thank you very much, Nicholas. And so moving on, what we'll talk about is videos. Okay, how many of you are excited about the videos, right? When it comes to the video side of things, there's a lot of innovation happening, right? So when we go and explore in terms of the UIs out there, the UIs aren't quite there yet. But what I want to share with you is what you can anticipate to come in the coming weeks, in the coming months. All right. So one of the big contenders is called Runway. Okay, their website is runwayml.com, and they have this engine called Gen 1 or Gen-1, what they call the next step forward for generative AI, where you use words and images to generate new videos out of existing ones, right? So the one thing I love about Gen 1, you will see how amazing this is, right? Especially for those of you who are filmmakers, right? Or maybe you want to come up with your initial storyboards or whatsoever to get a rough idea of your final video, your final film, how you would like it created, or maybe even creating video creatives directly for your marketing purposes, right? As you can see, no lights, no cameras, all action. What does that mean? Okay, so let's say you've got a scene that you like, okay? Just capture it with your phone, okay? Then in the future, you'll be able to use their AI generation, right, to put in your own prompts of the style that you want and overlay into it, right? As you can see, on the left is the original video. Okay. On the right is after using a certain prompt to be able to generate this video in this particular style, right? So this expands your creativity as a creator, as a marketer. If you didn't have that skill in terms of animation, you have it at your fingertips right now or very, very soon, right? Not only that, you will also be able to combine styles, right? See, imagine you've generated all of these different styles and images from Lexica, Stable Diffusion, or whatever engines that we shared just now, right? You can use that image that you want and to overlay it together with your live videos. And with that combination, the AI will generate, right, a combination of those two. Okay. Again, remember, we are living at the age where the bridge between your intention to manifestation is closing, right? And closing that gap is AI. And not only that, as a marketer, if you do a lot of filming, right? You want to create storyboards. Hey, it's like, okay, you know, I want a scene of the city landscape, right? But I want this landscape to be in a certain order. This is one of the more impressive things that I've seen with Stable Diffusion. Just look at what was the original source video, right? It's not even a video of a city. It's just a couple of books, right? And then with a couple of labels in between to generate this video right here of this city, right? So you can just grab objects around your house, around your office to create the scene that you want, and then let AI do the rest. Okay, so that's storyboarding. Okay, you have a, you know, you want to transform your dog, no worries, mask your dog, make it into a Dalmatian. Hey, maybe you prefer Lassie to be a Dalmatian, right? See how Lassie would be as a Dalmatian. Okay. Then the rest is more for even more advanced people who use 3D animation and design. You know, usually you see that they have this 3D image that they've created, and then they want to make it more immersive, right? With all the different styles, you can use that as well, right? And then the rest is further customization, and you know, that's Runway. ML.com Gen 1, the AI, one of the leading AI video competitors or contenders that I see in the market, right? And not only that, you know, Facebook is also getting into the AI game. If you go to makeavideo.studio, Meta or Facebook, you know, they are coming up with their own AI system as well, right? So the reason why I'm sharing with you all of this, okay, even though it may not be immediately accessible right now, is for you to anticipate the tools that's to come into the future, right? And you will be sure, okay, that Groove.ai will work on integrating all of these tools. But start familiarizing yourself, you know, on what's to come. How is it that you as a marketer, you can improve your processes, you can improve your workflows to save more time, to bridge that intention to manifestation, right? Right now, you're at the day and age where really, with all of this technology at your fingertips, you really don't have an excuse to not have your business up and running, to not have your marketing in order, to not have your sales in order, right? You just need to put in the work with the right mindset, understanding, okay, and clarifying what exactly do you want, and learning how to think smartly as a marketer and as an entrepreneur. So if you would like to learn a lot more, okay, about creatives that we shared today, and you want to go on to deep dive and put everything into action, then make sure you join us during our Groove Challenge that's coming up tomorrow. Go to groove.cm/resources. As you can see in your comment section, and I will just make it pop out on the screen right now. Right, go to groove.cm/resources, and then click on the link. I believe it's right at the top, and then you will be able to register for tomorrow's session. But not only that, if you want to go on a deep dive, okay, you see New Groove Challenge, AI Marketing Challenge, right? Click here, join the Groove Challenge, and then if you scroll down, if you want to master a lot more on the creative side of things, I will be having another session, okay, in this free live mini course, where you will discover, you know, together really, right, on how is it that we can leverage off these creatives to generate video and graphics content and even audio content for our marketing purposes that at the end of the day drives leads and sales. So that's it from me for today. So I'm going to bring back up Simon Leong. It's been a pleasure sharing with you the future of AI. Oh, you're muted right now.
Oh, yeah, of course. Things always happen. So let's go ahead and give Mr. Jing Yu another huge round of applause because that was absolutely amazing. Fill in the blanks. This is what we do, right? Put in your own adjective. That was blank. Let us know inside the comments exactly what you thought, not only of Mr. Qing Yu Tan's session, but also Mr. Nicholas, and as what they just mentioned. If you do want to learn more, if you want to get additional information, training, content, resources, don't forget to join us for the challenge tomorrow. And true to our over delivery selves, right? We're going to be doing yet another follow-up mini course next week. That's definitely something that you don't want to miss out on, as well as what Mr. Qing Yu mentioned, groove.cm/resources. Once again, that's groove.cm/resources. Make sure that you don't miss out on that. And of course, as always, we do want to make sure that before we let you go for today, okay, we want to make sure that you are taking action. You are making sure that you take full advantage of everything that we are doing. Keep in mind, we are towards the end of the hour already. Actually, we've exceeded the hour already. Thank you for giving us permission to over deliver for you. We've been on for almost the past hour and a half. But before we do let you go, one final reminder that it is happy hour, and happy hour is going to be over by the time that we relieve ourselves from the stream and once we actually go off the air. So if you haven't already, make sure that you do go to groove.ai/backer. Once again, that's groove.ai/backer. And then I don't know if you can hear the loud noise behind me, but yeah, that's kind of a distraction. Keep in mind, right over here is the page that is still up, $250 for installment plan. So with that, this is your last chance before we remove this. It is not going to be guaranteed to be back tomorrow during the challenge or the mini course itself. So if you do want to take full advantage of this, groove.ai/backer, take action right now on this and join today for as low as just $250 USD. Okay, so with that, that is pretty much all for our Groove at Night session. Hopefully that was something that was helpful to you. If you ask me, it's almost like this was a 5-day challenge on its own, since we came on 4 nights in a row, and tomorrow we're wrapping up with the final official challenge. But if you ask me, I think that it's actually almost like a Groove AI Groove at Night 5-day challenge, and it's gonna be absolutely amazing tomorrow as well when we join you for that. So the background noise for me is a little bit distracting, so if Qing Yu, you want to wrap it up, bring up Mr. Nicholas as well. I'm sure he'll want to say one final goodbye to all of our friends. I'll let you guys end the show.
Okay, so with that, it's been a pleasure sharing throughout all of these Groove at Night sessions. And then, if you love what we have to share, make sure you add us all on social media as well. All right. And then for myself, my name is Qing Yu Tan. That's like ka-ching you, meaning making you rich, right? Find me on Facebook. Go to find me at Qing Yu Tan. You will see me welcoming you with open arms, on my profile. And then, of course, do follow Simon Leong as well, and Nicholas. We share a lot of our trainings and events on our social media profiles, and you will see how we leverage off AI to create content for our social media content, the graphics, the videos. I think, especially on Nicholas's side, you will see the amazing content that he shares. So, Nicholas, any final words on your end?
Only one, as always, right? Just take action. Take action. If you don't take action, you're not going to get any results. So take some action. Go back, watch the replay if you need to. Grab all the links, start playing with it all so you get a deeper understanding of how to generate content using AI. That's it from me, Qing Yu.
Okay, thank you very much. So one final thing, make sure you go to groove.ai/backer, become a backer right now before happy hour is over. I've been having a massive fun throughout, these 4 days with all of you. And I look forward to seeing you in our future challenges, mini courses, and beyond. Thank you very much, everybody. Goodbye for now.